Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort, snort, snort. Kogan. Drip. Snort, snort. I got the drip. Go.
Good morning, everyone. You know what they say. If anything can go wrong, it will go wrong. And when it rains, it pours. Today, I've had a heck of a time trying to get this show up and running. Nothing but nonstop issues. And then on top of all of that, more problems today in regards to what we've been working towards all week long. That's right. DSP tries it. So we've got a lot to talk about today, but also on top of all of that, I'd like to talk about my impressions of Death Stranding 2 now that I'm between 9 and 10 hours into the game, and I feel like I have a good enough idea of what it's going to be for the rest of the run. I want to talk about that. So this will be an interesting podcast. Hopefully you guys are okay with hearing some bad news. All of this and more on today's terrible, horrible, no good, very bad, bug-riddled, tons of problem-infested episode of the Level 1 podcast. So first off, I'm late, and you might wonder, well, why? So I turned on the computer. Well, the computer was still on from last night because I leave it on overnight uploading videos. And I start to set up, and I go to open OBS. OBS won't open. What is going on? I go to open the RGB program to get the lights on behind me. The RGB program crashes. Then all of a sudden, the browser goes black. Huh? So what happens if I try to reopen the browser? The browser crashes. I try to reopen OBS. Error. Crash. What is happening? What the hell is going on? So I said, obviously, I got to restart the PC. I go to restart it. The PC says, oh, installing Windows updates. Wait, what? I just installed Windows updates. Last week, I did a cumulative install that got the PC up to speed, and it was a little tough and annoying because, as you know, it messes with your equipment. My microphone had turned off and a few other things I had to adjust. Why is it doing more Windows updates? And on top of that, I had told it to not do Windows updates for a few weeks because I had just done a giant group of them, and I didn't want to go through that again. So I had outright told Windows, suspend Windows updates. Why is it doing Windows updates when I'm restarting the PC? So it ended up taking a long-ass time. And finally, I got the PC booted up. And now it seems like everything is working. Okay? But that was just the start of my problems today. All right? Now, as you know, if you've been following the channel, if you've been watching the content that I've been doing over the last week, we had a really good idea for DSP Tries It. There is a brand new meal today at Sonic fast food restaurants in the United States only right now, because I think it launches later other places, but it just launched today in the United States. The Grillo's Pickle Collab, meaning there is a smash burger with a bunch of different kinds of pickles and sauce. There are fries and tater tots with pickle seasoning. And there's a drink, a lime slushy, that actually has pickle, like boba pods in it that give you pickle flavoring with this drink. Sounds pretty darned unique. And the fact that it's coming out today and we're timing this for the release, I was like, this is great. If we can hit our goals, we could do it on release day. First time in a long time I'd be doing DSP Tries It for something brand spanking new, and we could get some more attention on it. People will be searching on YouTube today. Jasper, would you calm down? People will be searching YouTube today for this meal to see if it's any good. So we've been hyping it up all week, right? Now, the one problem with this is that fast food places act as if it's 1980. And what I mean by that is they don't plan anything ahead of time. They don't do anything ahead of time. You don't know about anything until the day of. So although we've been planning for this, we've been hyping this up, and I've been saying, pickle menu, let's hit the goals, right? First off, we didn't hit the goals. We're at 38 out of 40, but we're close, right? At any given moment, we could have a nice supported stream or two, and we'll hit the goals, and we'll do the DSP Tries It at 40 goals hit. So this morning, first thing, I'm not even kidding you, I jump out of bed and I say, I've got to check to see if this meal, can be ordered or how it can be ordered. And, so I open up one delivery app. It's not there. I open up the other delivery app. It's not there. What? Yeah, they didn't put the meal on any delivery app. So you can't order through DoorDash, Uber Eats. What's the other one? There's like 3. I checked them all. You can't order it through any of the apps. All right. So I was like, all right, well, hold on. The same thing just happened with Wendy's. And I was able to go to the Wendy's website and order through their website. And then I was able to get the Takis meal. So let's do that. Let's do it that way. Okay. Cool. So I go to the Sonic website. I create an account. I log in. I give my location. And it says, delivery is not available in your location. What? There's a Sonic right in downtown of my town. It's like 15 minutes away. How could delivery not be available in my location for Sonic? So I go online and I start searching. Guess what? The Sonic that used to be in downtown of my town went out of business and has been closed for a couple of months. How would I have known that? It's not like I go to downtown all the time or I eat at Sonic all the time. The last time I ate at Sonic was the fall when we did the Smash Burger comparison video. Remember that? So they're gone. So then I'm like, so where the hell is the closest Sonic? Over 6 miles away. So even if I wanted to do it, like I'll do it and we'll drive there in person, it wouldn't work. It would take me over an hour to get there, order the food, get the food, come back. It's not viable. So unless they add the Grillo's pickle menu to delivery apps, there is no way that I can actually get this. And I've been checking, frequently this morning to see if they're changing it. They have not added it. And I don't, to be frank with you, I don't think they're going to. It seems to me like these businesses don't really give a shit. Some of them are on the ball and they'll add things immediately and others add nothing. And this is the case? No. Their featured menu is the cheesy bacon Sonic stack and the smash burgers that they've had for months and months. That's it. So they haven't added the menu, nor are they going to, I guess. I guess what we'll have to do, I'll have to keep checking to see if this changes. Not today, obviously, because I doubt that they're going to add it today if they haven't already. But I'll have to keep checking over the course of, the next week and see if they do add it on the apps for delivery. I can't even order it through their website, nor can I drive to get it on a stream. It would take too long. So this sucks. Obviously, it's bad news. We've actually been hyped. I've been hyped for this menu for the whole week. It looks really good. I've been craving the damn burger. I want some pickles on a really good burger, and now it's out of reach. All right. So what does this mean? Well, it means that we cannot do DSP Tries It, the Grillo's Pickle menu, as of now. That might change if they add it to the delivery apps, but as of now, it's out of the question. So there is one thing we can do as a quick substitute. It's what we were talking about doing after the fact, because Tony Hawk has a new game coming out. It's the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4 Remastered Collection, and that's coming out on the 11th of July, so in a roughly just under 2 weeks, okay? What we were talking about was holding off with doing anything with Taco Bell until then, because they have this collaborative thing they're doing with Tony Hawk where it's like a snacks menu, but they're going to have another meal as well at that time. So we could do it then, right? I figure, it'll be perfect. We'll tie it for that, the week of Tony Hawk. Well, we could do that now. And the thing is, Taco Bell already has new stuff. They have this new chicken tender that I guess is similar to the chicken nuggets that they had. And they're putting this chicken tender both in tacos and in a wrap, a burrito. And they're selling different versions. There's a Chipotle and a ranch version. And this is what everyone's been kind of reviewing on the internet over the last week. So we could do that. And what I could do is order the burrito and the taco, just the two different flavors. And then this snacks meal of Tony Hawk. So we could do a variety of things from Taco Bell. That could be on the fly, the swap for the Grillo's Pickles menu until it gets added to delivery apps. Now, if you guys have any other actual ideas, okay, I would love to hear them. Is there something else going on that we could do for Taco Bell that we could do for DSP Tries It right now that you'd like to see? Because I know this sucks. we've worked this week to hit this, but there is no way to know that Sonic was going to be lazy as dirt and not add their new offering to delivery apps. It's just dumb. But there you go. So, what do you guys think? Is there anything else that we could do on the fly, all right, for this week? Now, unfortunately, some people are bringing up something that would have been a good idea, but it's not a good idea right now. They're saying, what about that barbecue place that you had talked about? Or I should say we had talked about because you guys had brought this up. Well, that would be a good idea. It's the summer. It's warm. It's the time for outdoor cooking and barbecue. But there's a problem. This Friday is my Indivestance Day marathon, and guess what I'm having on Friday? Barbecue. My wife's going to make slow cooker barbecue chicken with a homemade mac and cheese and stuff, so I'm already having barbecue this week. So I can't have barbecue twice, especially with my health. I can't be eating that much. You know, I can't. So this, sadly, is not a good week to do the barbecue because we're already having it. Okay? So I know, it's like, damn, that would have been a good, well, that's out too. You know, it's just unfortunate, annoying, very, very frustrating. And I'm with you on this because this is bullshit. We had planned this all out painstakingly this week. We said, this is going to work well. We're going to do DSP Tries It, pickle menu. We're excited. It's launch day. Everyone will be doing it today. No, not Phil. Phil can't do it because Phil has to get screwed. That's my life, is I get screwed out of pickles. I can't believe that I, DSP, have been screwed out of pickles. I demand that the CEO of Sonic Restaurants make a public apology to me for not putting the Grillo's pickle menu on the delivery apps this morning on release day and causing the king a minor inconvenience. This is not acceptable at all. He better be groveling on his knees for forgiveness from the king because I can't eat my pickle menu today. Do you understand? The world has been waiting. Do you know how many people have been waiting to see me eat pickle burgers and a pickled slushie with boba pickle pods and to shove my face with pickle seasoned tater tots today? And now it can't happen? Why? Because they can't even keep their restaurant open in downtown Renton. They're such a poor company. They go out of business. This is absolutely unacceptable. I am ripping pissed. This is it. I may be exaggerating slightly. It's, you know, just a little bit. Because like I said, we could just do an audible. We could do this Taco Bell. It's fine. I'm actually interested to see if the Taco Bell tender is good because the chicken nuggets were actually really good. Surprisingly enough, when we tried them in the fall, the chicken nuggets tasted good. And we were like, why are chicken nuggets at Taco Bell good? It doesn't make sense. Taco Bell shouldn't even have chicken nuggets. Why are they actually some of the best ones? It's bizarre. So now I'm wondering if the chicken tender is good. It might be. So it's an okay substitute, but I understand if people are disappointed. I am too. I wanted this menu, and it's just not viable. You know, I do hope that they get their act together and they put it onto the delivery apps, but you never know when they're going to do that, right? So I apologize. Today, guys, if you support the streams, we are still working towards DSP Tries It at 40 goals hit, all right? We just don't know what we're doing. Do you guys have any other ideas for a DSP Tries It? Are you aware of anything else that's going on in food right now that you would like to see? Because what I would like to do is look it up to make sure I can actually order it. Because God forbid I promise you guys something again, and then I can't get it because these companies suck ass. Hello Volter says, talk like a Texas trucker again. Well, let me tell you something, boy. You better get that Grillo's Pickles menu on the delivery apps right now. Because if you don't, I'm going to slap your ass. Brother. I know. I'm disappointed too, guys. I'm very upset. Okay. Idiots who are saying to go pick it up, I already explained why I can't. You're just a bunch of fucking morons. Seriously, every one of you saying go pick it up are a bunch of fucking morons. Really. I mean, how dumb can you be? I literally said the closest one is over 6 miles away. That would be almost a half an hour drive there. Then I would have to order the food and get it, then come back. It's over an hour. I'm not going to take over an hour off of my stream to go pick up this menu in person. You incredible mouth-drooling dunce. Shut the fuck up. You're just an idiot. Okay. I can't send Kat. Kat's at work. And when she comes home, I'm not going to make her drive out an hour to get the fucking food. So you can stop with that bullshit too. I love when people say shit like that. Like, why don't you send your wife out? Oh, because my wife is my hand servant, right? For my business, she's going to drive out and have to pick up food and shit for my content? No, she's my wife. She doesn't work for me. She's not a paid fucking employee. And I'm not going to send her out on tasks and errands as if she's my servant. That's fucked up. The fact you would even think that is pretty fucked up. Then again, you're not married. We all know that. Assholes. You gotta love the idiotic things that people say online who are just like a bunch of dumb fuck immature kids and people who will never be in a relationship and don't understand the nature of actual marriage and love. Instead, why don't you just send out your significant other for these tasks for your business? Oh, because that's what you do, right? You just, they're already working. They come home tired. Send them out to get us fast food. Fuck you, you fucking loser. This is why you'll be in your fucking basement for the rest of your life, dungeon dweller, typing online about how you hate Darksydephil. Because you don't have any human interaction, because no one wants to interact with you because you're a fucking weirdo. Anyway. Jasper, you're a nut. He really wants pets today. Jasper really wants the pets. All right. Are we ready to get past this nonsense now? So for now, the surrogate DSP tries it. All right. The interim reward will be Taco Bell unless we can come up with a better idea, which sucks because I really want to do this Grillo's menu, but it's not available. All right. They didn't put it on the apps because they're morons. If they do add it on the apps, that's great. I will, I'll get it when we can, but it's not on there right now. All right. There we go. So, and by the way, you can see all the trolls on Kick now revealing themselves because they're all so fucking upset. So I'm just going to ban every one of them right now quick before we can get to other topics. Here's one right here. Go fuck yourself. Now, today, if things go well, if we get support, if people engage, if we have a good time, we will keep playing Blueprints till completion. All right? If today everyone is just done with this game, then this will be the final Blueprint stream. And after the last stream, I wouldn't blame you because the last stream was unbearable having to sit in a room for 45 minutes to get a puzzle to trigger. That was really dumb. I will agree with everyone there. But supposedly that was the last timed puzzle of the game. And now it'll be actual progress moving forward. So hopefully you guys will stick around and hang out with me. Okay? Jasper, you're a nut. You got to get on the floor now. Look, everyone say hello to Jasper Kitty. He's being silly today. Going all over me here. Jogging Muse, I'm going to say it one more time. And if it doesn't register in your brain, I give up. All right? It's not that I can't drive 6 miles to get the meal. It's that I'm on a fucking stream. I'm here broadcasting, attempting to entertain an audience and raise money for a business. Do you get it? Why would you stick around on a stream where the streamer says, I have to leave now to buy food, leaves for a half an hour driving one way, picks up the food, comes back. So I'm gone off of the live stream for over an hour just to go pick up this one meal. Are you stupid? Can you please answer this? Are you stupid? You don't want to know the truth is that I used to do this, but not like this. I used to actually go pick up things locally. There's a McDonald's right here. There's a Wendy's right here. And during live streams right here, I actually used to go and pick it up and come back. Everyone fucking hated it. Literally, people were like, what kind of a stream is this? The streamer just leaves for like 45 minutes for this food. This is dumb. He should have planned better. Why doesn't he order it from a delivery app? I'm serious. This is what people used to say. So now we do it that way. Why doesn't the streamer leave his house? All right, fuck off. At this point, I get to the point in my career where I don't give a fuck. All right, go fuck yourself. If you're such a bitch that you're going to sit here and cry that I'm not going to leave for over an hour to pick up the meal, go fuck yourself and leave and don't come back. Okay? I'm far past this nonsense of people being so stupid about it. I don't need you. You can leave. Holy shit. All right, let's get to shout out, shall we? So today is Blueprints. We'll see how Blueprints goes. Okay, and we'll go from there. Hopefully we do well and we actually see the end. I would love to finish it today. All right, I would, but I don't know if we're going to. All right, I will continue to play it as long as it gets support and people show up and engage with it. So let's see how it goes today. All right. Hello Voltage with the $2 super chat. This is a real pickle we've gotten into. Yeah, I know. And again, it's not anyone's fault but Sonic. Sonic is lazy. First of all, I find it hilarious that fast food location, that Sonic location that I got food from before for DSP Tries It, was in the prime shopping location of my city. It's literally right in the center of everything where everyone drives by and will be grabbing food. And they've only been open, I want to say, they opened right before my wife moved here. So that's like 7 years. They only been open for like 7 years. They closed. So that's a pathetic failure. Like, how do you fail that bad? You're in a prime location where everyone should be buying fast food and you run so poorly you went out of business in 7 years. It's pretty pathetic. That's number one. Number two, how lazy can you be to heavily advertise a brand new collaboration meal? You spend the money to do the marketing, so you do the collab meal, and then you don't put the meal on any apps. So someone has to drive physically to your store to get it anyway. I mean, how fucking stupid is that? I mean, they're a bunch of fucking idiots. That's a horrible way to run your company, and it just shows that in America, all of these different companies, they're run by clowns. They don't know what they're doing, and then they wonder why they're failing. Hey, I've got an idea. Maybe if you didn't run your company like shit, you wouldn't have to charge $18 for a burger combo meal. Did you think about that? That maybe if you knew what you were doing and you could cut costs and you could actually like run it efficiently instead of slovenly and like a bunch of idiots, you wouldn't have to break the bank to buy a meal at one of these restaurants, and then you wouldn't be going out of business. But, you know, you didn't need intelligent management to do that, and American companies don't have that. That's the sad fact. DSP, you are unstoppable and very resilient. Keep up the good fight, brother. Thank you. No name attached to that one, but I appreciate that. A $2 anonymous tip to start today. That is right. I will not let the ultra serious issue of the pickle menu not being available on delivery apps and my local Sonic going out of business. I will not let this stop me today. I will still be a successful streamer today. Because everything hinged on the pickles. And now we've come unhinged. Unbelievable. Okay. What just happened? I clicked to open a tip, and it opened up a giant ad. What is going on? Someone tipped $1, says, fast food's getting old. Do something different. What about something super spicy or super sour? Well, again, I keep telling you guys this. You don't seem to listen. When I eat DSP Tries It, that's my meal. This is not, Phil, his main content is taste testing. So he can just sit there and plan his entire day around this meal that he's going to film painstakingly. And so if it's really hot, that's okay. It's not going to make me a million views. It's not going to make me money. The point is, it's a silly little thing that I do in between goals and streams. You get it? It's not like, this is the main event. You're acting like if I was going to do a taste test, something super hot, well, probably it's going to upset my stomach. I'm going to be, not able to stream because I'm going to be like burning mouth sick, right? How do I work for the rest of the day exactly? What you're describing is if I was a YouTuber who my main content was taste testing, tasting hot items, tasting sour items, making videos like that. There are people like that. And their whole business on YouTube is that. This is a little diversion from my content that I stick between my main streams, which are my actual business. Do you get that? So I get what you're saying, but then think of something that wouldn't completely destroy me, like the one chip challenge or, something that's going to kill my sinuses. Now I'm sick and I can't stream. Think of something else. And I'm open for suggestions. I said cologne reviews. Everyone made fun of me. Absolutely not. Right? We've talked about maybe some liquor reviewing where I could do like some taste testing of wine or other things like that. Now that I would have to do at night because I'm not going to be drinking in the middle of the day and be all, fucked up. But we could do that at night, like at the end of my late stream or something like that. We could do time to do it. Maybe we could do something like that. Maybe. All right. That's a maybe if we can figure it out. All right, but let's talk about it. Instead of being like, oh, you're not willing to try new stuff. No, I am, but the suggestions that get thrown my way are things that don't work. No, I can't eat an insanely spicy thing that now I'm vomiting and I'm shitting all day and my eyes are fucked up and my nose and sinuses are going crazy. How can I stream and make a living if I'm doing stunts? I'm not a stunt maker and the stunts aren't going to bring me money. The support comes in from people who like my content, my normal content. Do you get that? So what you're thinking would work for another YouTuber who that's their shtick. That's not what I do. Okay? Okay. And it's a moron saying, why are you okay with nudity with Norman Reedus, but not with women? Boy, you just don't understand jokes, do you? You actually think that what I do on stream is serious. You actually think that me talking about the Norman Reedus butt cheeks and I'm disappointed that he's not peeing is serious, just like the idiot who made the montage, right? Like, you actually believe me that that's my actual thoughts and not me joking. Boy, you're stupid. Thanks for the $1 tip, though, dummy. All right. Anyway, I got a $1.50 tip. Cake batter cookie dough sounds like the name of a marijuana strain. Thank you for the $1.50 tip there. Yeah, I swear some of the shit that they put out today is the most bizarre. Like, if you were to just say cookie dough, well, to be honest, I really don't like the idea of raw cookie dough. I don't. Like, I like cookie dough in a cookie that's baked. I wouldn't just eat raw cookie dough, but apparently Americans are infatuated with, like, desserts that have cookie dough in them. For some reason. I don't get it, but they are, right? So now, not only that, but now also cake batter and also sprinkles with ice cream. Like, wow. Why not just take an entire container of sugar, white sugar, and just fucking pour it on top, right? And then why not just some caramel, right? And some whipped cream. Just keep going. 17,000 calorie sundae. Americans are fucking weird these days, man. I don't get it. When I was a kid and I went to Dairy Queen, I would either get like Reese's Pieces or M&Ms. Sometimes I would get the Oreo or Butterfinger Blizzard. Heath Bar Blizzard was pretty good. And they actually had one at my local Dairy Queen. Had some like things that only they did that wasn't on the regular menu. And they actually had a hot fudge Blizzard. And all it was is they would take ripples of their hot fudge that they would have put on a regular sundae and they would blend it into the Blizzard. And it was super good. Like, absolutely delicious. It's so basic. Now it's like, well, how many things can we put in here? Let's see. Let's put strawberries. Let's put strawberry syrup. Let's put cheesecake. Let's put frosting. Let's put, it's like, how many things can we inject in there so that it's not even like a sundae anymore? It's weird, right? Like, what the hell is going on with America? Just like a sandwich. It can't just be a sandwich with a special condiment or cheese or bacon. It's got to have 5 different veggies. It's got to have the bacon. It's got to have 4 cheeses and a cheese sauce and then ranch. And then it's got to have onions, right? Like crispy onions. Then it's got to have, you know what I mean? Like, keep going. Well, I can't taste any of it because you put 18 ingredients on it. So nothing stands out. It's just a mouthful of mush. Like, that's not smart cooking. But this is what they serve in America and act like it's some big deal. And then Americans rush out to buy it and try it. It's like, what is going on? Very weird. Okay. Let's see here. So I got a $5 super chat from a troll who I'm not going to read. I'm not going to acknowledge, but I'm going to say thanks for the $5. There you go. So everything I've discussed is pretty much, the positives and the best things about the game. Okay? But now I'm going to be honest with all of you. I've played Death Stranding 2 for 9 hours, and there hasn't been a single moment in the game that I have done anything at all that I didn't do in Death Stranding 1. And I'm 9 hours in. There are absolutely, positively no new gameplay mechanics in the game. It is exactly the same as the first game with a little bit different pacing, but it's identical. The same walking mechanics, the same stacking, the same grabbing deliveries, the same getting around the BTs, fighting or, stealthing around bandits or whatever, driving the vehicles. It's literally exactly the same game. Now, in the first game, Kojima explained why his gameplay mechanics were so tedious and boring. He said, that's the point. The whole idea of the game is supposed to be that everyone is disconnected because of the Death Stranding, and it's your job doing the most tedious work possible to reconnect it. So therefore, after getting through this arduous task of all these deliveries and linking everything into the chiral network, you actually feel really accomplished because it felt like work. Now the question is, was it fun to do? For me, Death Stranding 1, the story was outstanding. One of the absolute most original, best plots I'd ever actually experienced in a video game. And I mean that. I'm not trying to glaze or kiss Kojima's butt. I actually think it was actually one of the most well-written plots I'd ever seen. It blew my mind at the end of the game with all the revelations and how it all wrapped up. I was like, wow, this is really good. Okay? But I didn't like the gameplay. And I was very honest with you guys back then. I thought the gameplay sucked and it was just boring and a big slog to get through. And disappointing that they had designed the game that way. You want to enjoy yourself all the time, not some of the time. And every time that there was a story cutscene or a big payoff after the slog of gameplay, I was like, ooh, let's sit back and chill and relax. Let me pull up my drink and let's enjoy this awesome movie. And then the movie portion would end and we go back to the gameplay and I'd be like, here we go again. Well, I hold the buttons. You got to fucking walk with these things on my back, right? So the first game was a mixed bag, okay? Death Stranding 2 is a mixed bag. If you're okay with getting through the slog of the gameplay, all right, the story's good. The graphics are good. The music is excellent. But the problem is, this is a sequel, all right? When you played Death Stranding 1, you paid for a full game experience that was something new and original and interesting and different, and it really was. I mean, I was shocked that he actually decided that's the gameplay he wanted for his game. But if it was trying to prove a point and people toughed through it and saw an awesome story, then I guess mission accomplished, right? But when you get a sequel, and especially when you have a sequel that's a console exclusive that you have to pay $70 plus tax to buy, it's not some game that you could get a discount on PC or whatever. You've got to do something to improve the game from the original. I'm 9 hours in. This game is the original, just a different plot, but it's the same exact game. There was no effort whatsoever put into making the game feel fresh, new, or different. It's almost as if Kojima said, let's see if we can just sell the same game twice and see if anyone will notice, as like a cultural experiment. And I'm shocked because I think some people don't like the game at all because they're saying that, well, it's the same game. Why did this happen? And others are like, no, it's good. So I guess the question here is, what kind of a gamer are you? Are you someone who played through Death Stranding 1 and you were okay with the slog of the gameplay loop? You knew what it was and you thought that the payoff at the end to get that amazing story was worth it? Did you get Kojima's rationale that the gameplay actually was intentionally boring so that it would relay the message that, oh, here's your reward. It's very, very, what's the word? It feels like you earned this experience, right? It's like, oh, wow, it's the light at the end of the tunnel, the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. You got there. Even though it was an arduous experience, you got rewarded, and it felt very rewarding to get to that point. Did you like that? Or are you more of the opinion that the gameplay should be the fun part, and that if the gameplay is tedious, then they've missed the mark? Because I think that really will determine if you like Death Stranding 2. tell you right now, the gameplay loop is just as boring as the first game. There's nothing different or enjoyable about it. It's the same shit. So if you like that, then go for it. Have at it. Jump into Death Stranding 2 and enjoy another story that from the mind of Kojima, probably one of the best writers in gaming. But if you're looking for anything new here, any new mechanics, anything to add to your experience, wow, they improved it, you will get nothing. You will pick up that controller and you will be completely disappointed by what is offered because that's not is what you're being provided with. It's as if Kojima said, I know I'm working on other projects over here, and that's where all my creative gameplay efforts are going. I'm just going to sell you the same game again and give you a story again. That's a little different and a little better, maybe. I don't know. I'm only 9 hours in, but man, it's tough for someone like me because I am a streamer. When I play a game, I'm not just playing a game for me. I'm playing a game for an audience. And if every time I pick up the controller and I start controlling the game, it's boring, the audience disconnects and says, man, this is boring. Why are you doing this? Play something else. And I can't really argue with that because you're right. If I'm on a stream, I should be spending my time finding things to entertain you, whether it's informative, whether it's funny or humorous, whether it's back and forth discussion and you feel meaning because you're getting an interaction with me, whatever it is. When I'm playing that game and I'm just walking across the country with a package on my back, it's not very fun. It's not very engaging. It's just kind of a time waster. And we did try to actually talk a little bit during and have some conversations, but ultimately when all of your gameplay elements are just boring, it's not going to bring in any kind of real attention. And the truth is, that's exactly what happened with Death Stranding 1. When I was about a third into Death Stranding 1, already my audience was screaming at me to stop playing the game. Phil, why are you continuing with this game? It's boring. It's tedious. It's a mess. No one likes it on your stream. Stop playing it. And I told everyone, in this case, I'm going to tough it out. I want to see if that carrot that's being dangled in front of me of this great story is going to be worth it. And to be honest, I actually do think it was. Even though that game was long as hell and we spent a lot of time, I would say wasted a lot of time getting through that gameplay, I think that the story was amazing. I'm not really trying to glaze or over-exaggerate. I really liked it. But I can't make the gameplay entertaining for you. I can't. So if you're a streamer or whatever, man, this is a hard decision because it's definitely a huge high-profile release that people are probably going to want to see you try. But good luck getting that insanely boring, repetitive gameplay loop to work for an audience. It's just nothing engaging there. It's hard. So, yeah, overall, I'm not disappointed with the game. I am disappointed that they didn't try to do anything different. It is kind of sad that you're over 9 hours into a game and they're like, why is there nothing new? It's exactly the same. But I guess that's kind of the experiment that Kojima's still rolling with. The social experiment of, will you do it again? I already made you do it once. Will you pay me to do this again to connect another country and therefore, do it all over? Is it worth it? Was it enough of a rewarding journey the first time that you would want to take that journey a second time in exchange for another original story? So there you have it. Your choice to make, but for me, after 9 hours, it's not much of a sequel at all. And a sequel, what you should aspire to do is improve, change, and add new elements, not just give you the same game again. Imagine if a fighting game had a sequel that was identical to the one before it, with no new elements to the gameplay mechanics at all. Imagine if there was an RPG that had a direct sequel and it was exactly the same gameplay mechanics again, just with the story advanced a little bit. Huh? People would be upset. Legit people would be upset. Like, what? But it's Kojima. So because it's Hideo Kojima, he can get away with pulling stuff like this under the guise of artistry. And some people will play it, but others are being honest. If you take a look at the reviews for this game, they are mixed. Some people think that it's amazing, and others are like, nah, wow, what happened here? He really just kind of pulled the wool over everyone's eyes and said it was a sequel. It's really not. So maybe that's the best way to really describe it, is it's not Death Stranding 2. It's Death Stranding again. And if you're okay with that, play Death Stranding again, but pay full price for it. There you go. As for me, to be transparent with all of you guys, I don't know if we're going to be continuing with the playthrough or not. Yesterday, people started to severely disconnect from the game and from the stream, saying they were incredibly bored. And yesterday we didn't hit the support goal, and people were like, "Yeah, we just don't play this anymore." And I'm not sure. Like, I think I want to at least give it one more shot later in the week. And if people do show up and engage and support that stream, then we'll keep it in the rotation. But if not, if people are like, "Nah, we're done," then that might be it. And by the way, I told you this up front, outright. I said to you guys, listen, this game might not work and might not be a full playthrough, because today I'm noticing people want more games that have engagement, more games that have gameplay that's kind of interesting, and or maybe the element of you may fail, challenge, stuff like that. This game is just tedium, and I don't know if people like that or not. You know what I mean? Anyway, so that's my thoughts. I hope that makes sense and explains Death Stranding 2 in a nutshell after 9 hours. I mean, let me put it this way. Let's say at hour 12, the game completely changes and adds 14 new gameplay elements and the game blows you away. It's too late. You can't expect your audience is going to play your game over a dozen hours to get to anything good. They want to see the things that are going to interest them within the intro so they know why that game is worth their time investment. People don't have time to waste going through a slog or a slog or, a boring intro. So if that is the case and actually already blows you away, or it blows you away after that, it's too little too late and they fucked it up. So no, that's what I'm telling you. Someone just says, is the game better or not than the first one? No, it's the same as the first one. It's literally the same game with a different plot. That's it. It's exactly the same is what I'm telling you. It is the same game again. You would get the same impact replaying the first game gameplay-wise. But if you want a new story, you play this one and you still replay the same gameplay, but now you get a new story. Do you see the difference? You're essentially paying $70 for a story. You're not paying $70 for a game. That's the point I'm making. I got a $2 tip. You're a diva. But I don't say that in a bad way. You could be a great cultural icon if you were gay. It's a shame I'm not gay. I am straight as an arrow. Sorry about that. Maybe if I were gay, I'd be way more popular. I probably would. It's true. If I were gay, I probably would have jumped in at that time. There was this time when I first was getting big on YouTube back in the day for gaming, that there was actually a big community for like gay YouTubers. Like, no exaggeration. I'm trying to remember who they were. There were 3 or 4 of them who like exploded on the scene and they acted very over the top, flamboyantly gay. That's not a criticism and that's not me saying anything negative, but they were like, that was their thing. They were flamboyant gays. And I think what was happening was during that time period, it was becoming more mainstream accepted to be gay. So for them to be these big face front figures on YouTube, flamboyantly gay, not ashamed of it whatsoever, it blew up and they got really popular just based off of their gayness. And maybe at that time, I would have exploded too, in popularity if I had been gay, but I'm not. I don't know what else to say. I can't remember who they were. There was one guy who would always do contests. He would always run these contests and things to be like, you could be in his content and shit. If you submit or you post or something like that, post up a response video to my video and maybe you'll be part of the show or something like that. I remember that. Okay, so here's the deal. In summary, everyone, I have to tell you again, if you're a latecomer to the podcast, the pickle meal is off the menu. Why? Because Sonic completely botched it. Sonic does not have the pickle menu available for ordering anywhere. You can't get it on any delivery app. They just didn't add it. You can get it at the store in person, but they didn't add it to their menu. And because of that, you can't get it delivered. Now you might say, well, you just had that same issue with Wendy's. Why can't you do it the way you did for Wendy's and order through their website? Well, I tried that. And guess what I found out? The local Sonic that I had that was only like 15 minutes away went out of business a couple months ago. That's right. My local Sonic actually closed. Therefore, they won't deliver. So because of that, it's not on the app. It's not for other delivery. and the closest Sonic to me is over 6 miles away, I would have to take an hour plus out of my stream to go drive and get it in person. So we can't do it. Okay? I'm sorry. We tried. I have no idea why on earth they don't have it on the delivery apps. It's not on any of them. That's really dumb, especially when they paid all this money to do this special marketing campaign to tie in with a brand like Grillo's Pickles. It doesn't make any fucking sense at all that they did it that way. Okay? They should have it on there, and they don't. Now, that might change. For example, if you remember, for a while, Wendy's didn't have the SpongeBob Krabby Patty on their delivery app, and then they added it back later. So maybe they eventually will add the Grillo's Pickle menu on there, and if they do, we should do it for DSP Tries It. But as of now, it's just not able to be done. And I apologize, 100%, I was down for it. There was no way to know at all that this was going to happen, okay? See, again, you guys are so unrealistic. Again, people are saying I should pick it up. You're talking a minimum of 20 minutes to drive there. Then I have to order the food and get the food, which is probably another 10 plus minutes. And then I have to drive back. And then we have to set. We're talking over an hour. So imagine right now, okay, we hit the goal. Bye. See you guys in over an hour. And I just sit here playing this. And then I come back and we do the DSP Tries It. Was it worth it? I'm trying to run a business and make product for consumption so I can make money and earn a living. I can't just take over an hour chunk out of my stream today to go pick the food up in person. It's not worth it. You get it? We got to do something that can be delivered. If it was right here, I would get it. Like, for example, there's a Wendy's right here. There's a McDonald's right here. If ever we really wanted something from there, all right, maybe I could go drive and get it. But, you know, it's just not possible. This Sonic is way far away. Okay? Okay, so what we're talking about as a reward is I almost said Wendy's. Taco Bell has new chicken tenders that they're putting both in burritos and tacos. What I would do is try one of the burritos and the other flavored taco because there's Chipotle and there's ranch. So I would do like a ranch burrito, Chipotle taco, or vice versa. And they're doing a Tony Hawk's favorite things from Taco Bell box, which is basically just a few little snacks. So I would order the snacks box, and I would get the two different tender items, and we do a big taste testing at Taco Bell. That's what we would do in the interim, okay? Unless someone else actually has a suggestion that's different, I'd be willing to do something different as a substitute if anyone has an idea, okay? No, they won't deliver through the Sonic app or anything because, as I said, there is no local Sonic to me anymore. The closest one is over 6 miles away, and they won't deliver that far. They won't do it. Trust me, I made a whole account in Sonic and everything to try to do this, and they won't do it. No, I agree. Prophet Warner says DQ Grill and Chill is garbage. Their food isn't that good. Their hot dogs are incredibly lame and bland. Their burgers are very basic. Like, there's nothing interesting about their menu at all, and they never add anything new. Like, oh, new. Now you can get sauce on your chicken tenders. Wow, welcome to the 1950s. All right, so guys, last minute, anything else you guys have to talk about? Right now, by the way, thank you for the early support. We're over $60, I believe, of support already. So thank you for that. Let's hit a goal on this stream. And hopefully we can hit 2 goals today over both streams, and then we could do DSP Tries It tomorrow, which would, I guess we'd do Taco Bell. Unless, again, if you guys have a different idea, but I think that we could do that. That would make sense. I might try a combo with a piece of chicken or the 2 pieces of chicken, the spaghetti, a burger. Like, I'll do like a few different things from Jollibee. I can't imagine it's good. Romy Roses get spicy chicken and dip it in the gravy. It's good. Seriously? The thing that sucks is the burger is $8, and you know it's worth like $2. It's going to be like a tiny burger, but I might try it. All right. Let's commit. Now, that is a Hail Mary audible right there. If we hit the goal, 40 goals, I will order from Jollibee right now. But we have to hit these goals right now. Let's get to 40 goals. All right, we have some shout outs to do. I'll shout those out in a second. Let's do it. We'll get Jollibee, burger, fried chicken, spaghetti right now. I've never had it. Completely fresh, something new, something unexpected and different, out of nowhere. Jollibee right here on DSP Tries It today. But we got to hit the damn goals. Let's do it right now. All right, guys, we're at $73. First, let's hit that first goal right now. $77. Who's going to do it? Drop it right now. Let's hit the first goal. Then, during Blueprints, we can rally. We can hit a second goal, and we can do Jollibee on this stream. I will order a burger. I will order the chicken. I will order the spicy chicken. I will order the spaghetti. I'll order the spaghetti. We'll do it. We'll do it right now live. But we got to hit these goals. Let's get some motivation. Who's going to contribute? Who's going to hit the goal today? Let's do it. It won't. Whoa. Walks random channel says that won't happen. He's challenging us. He's saying there's absolutely no way that we could hit our goals today. That's what he's saying. What do you guys think? Do you accept that? Do you accept that? Why am I expecting Jollibee to not be good? Because honestly, to me, Jollibee looks like Dairy Queen. Straight up, being honest. It looks like Dairy Queen. It looks like it's that level of food where it's going to probably be very basic, bland, not interesting. And it's passable if you're hungry, but it's not something that you want to just eat. It's not like gourmet food. It's just, oh, I need something. Here, I'll buy it, right? All right, are we good? Are we good to go? Well, I would like to say this. Thank you guys for your help and support and suggestions, because I was upset this morning. Like, legitimately, I was upset when I opened up the apps and there was no Grillo's Pickle, available. And then I go on their website and they say they won't deliver. And then I find out they closed. So I can't even drive to a local one to get it. Like, there was no way for me to get this damn meal. It actually pissed me off. So I want to say thank you for everyone understanding, and thank you for allowing me to get a good substitution. I think what we're doing, Jollibee, is something original and different and a good substitution for it. So thank you for that. That was great. That's what I mean. Sometimes the podcast just works out really well. Okay? Okay, so guys, let's see how it goes. Can we hit 2 goals on this stream? If not, it's okay. But let's at least hit 1 goal and have momentum, and then maybe we could do it tomorrow. The Jollibee DSP Tries It. Something completely different out of left field. Okay? Excellent. Thank you all for a great show.
I got the drip go. 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 It's like a faucet that's dripping. Can't make it stop. So what do you want me to do? Have a mute button that every second I'm tapping the mute button just in case I'm gonna have to clear? Like, this is what I mean. These dumb kids. This is what it is. It's dumb kids.